Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I may have done a thing. Drug this fine gem home the other night. Came up on Marketplace a while back. I think it was up there at 500 bucks. It went pending pretty quick. I messaged the guy, never got a response. So that was kind of the end of it. Well, out of nowhere, I was sitting there eating my lunch one day, cruising Marketplace, and wouldn't you know it, came back. So instantly, messaged the guy yet again, and got him to let me come down, and I came down. It was out of Wairika, California. Just drove down after work one night and looked it over and did the typical thing that most marketplace buyers do, and offered the guy nearly half of his asking price at 260 bucks, and put it on the trailer and took it home. So pretty sure at this point I have the cheapest, if not one of the cheapest, trenchers on all of Marketplace. It's a 1980 something-ish Case Davis 20+4. Does not currently run. I'm going to hopefully get it to run and get everything operational on it and maybe put this thing to work. So this will be probably one of those projects that goes on for a bit. I'm sure there'll be several parts to it, but pretty happy with the purchase. So if you're into this, watch out for videos in the future of it. It should be a pretty cool restoration of sorts. I'm not gonna like totally restore this new condition. No sense in that, but we'll make it operational again. So stick with me. Up and busy. As you can see by the pile of wires, I took it upon myself to go ahead and rewire the entire ignition system on this due to its previous configuration not ever going to work for the ignition system. Whoever wired it, it was very much incorrect. So, it is wired correctly, all with new connectors and new wire at this point. At this point, it will turn over. I've confirmed the starter motor, starter solenoid, and ignition switch are all good, along with my wiring thereof. I have established that I do not have spark at this point. Julia, she does crank, she does have compression. I have the muffler cap. You may be able to see, I don't know if we're picking it up. You'll see here pushing up. So, being that I've established there's no spark, my next step is going to be to pull that distributor cap off and get the points and condenser out of there. So I just pulled the distributor cap, cleaned the points, the rotor contact, and both the contacts on the cap. At this point, I do believe I have spark. I haven't actually pulled a plug wire to check it, but we're going to shoot some starting fluid down its throat and see if it pops. Hopefully it's not gear. Cool. All right, on to the fuel system. So I've been working on the fuel system. It had a inline filter to the fuel pump. I pulled that filter off and quickly determined there was no fuel supply from the tank to the filter even. So pressurized it backwards into the tank to hopefully clear whatever was obstructing it, to no avail. So went ahead and pulled the fitting out of the top of the tank, which actually is a big old long tube. This will go down to the bottom of the tank, and this screws into the top. The supply line goes into that. So pulled that whole thing out of the tank to find dinosaur juices that have returned to crude oil and hardened up in the end of that feed tube. So blew that out with compressed air. Went ahead and wire wheeled this tube. It was nice and rusted. So we'll put it back together and see where that gets us. Gonna go ahead and run this old fuel. I mean, it might burn. I don't know how old it is, so we're gonna hope it burns. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to dilute it regardless because I have no way to drain it without pulling the tank. And it looks like it would take a couple hours to do that, and I don't really feel like doing that. So we're gonna hope this fuel will burn. See, that was worth every bit of 260 bucks. Cool. I do have a new cable for, I don't know, one of these cables. It needs all the cables. The steering cables, I believe the steering cable is broken, so I can't get it to steer. The drive cable is froze, but pushing up and down on that, I can get it to move just enough. This is your drive cable. I can get it to move that lever just enough to actually creep it forward or backwards. But we'll replace whatever cable I got, and down the road here I'll order up some replacement cables for the other ones. But shoot, I don't even need to rebuild that carb. I ordered a carb kit because I found one on eBay for $6 anyway, but I'll just put it on the shelf for now. I mean, I cleaned that fuel pickup. I ran some new fuel line, new fuel filter. That's it. Primed it, pressurized the tank to get it to push fuel up to the pump. Fired it off with some ether and just kept babying it with ether. Eventually it took and started running off the fuel system. So cool, that'll work. So I think that's going to do it for this video. Guess I will catch you guys on the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe.